I'm going to read you some passages from a long poem called The Land, which is divided into 4 books called Winter, Spring, Summer, and Autumn. The first passage is from Winter. I sing the cycle of my country's year. I sing the tillage and the reaping sing. Classic monotony, but modes and wars leave undisturbed, unbettered. For their best was born immediate, with expediency. The sickle sought no art, the axe, the shell draped no superfluous beauty round their steel. The scythe desired no music for her stroke sufficed in music. As her blade laid low the swathes, the scythesman swept, nor cared what crop had ripened, whether oats in Greece or oats in Kent. The shepherd on the ridge like his Boeotian forebear kept his flocks, and still their outlines on our tenderer sky, simple and classic, rear their grave design, as once at Thebes, as once in Lombardy. I sing once more the mild, continuous epic of the soil, hazel and harvest, tilth and husbandry. I tell of marl and dung, and of the means that break the unkindly spirit of the clay. I tell the things I know, the things I knew before I knew them, immemorially. And as the fieldsman of unhurrying tread drudges with steady and unchanging gait, being born to clays that in the winter hold, so my pedestrian measure gravely plods, telling a loutish life. I have refused the easier uses of made poetry, but no small ploy disdained to chronicle, and like that pious yeoman laid to rest beneath the legend that told all his life in 5 hard words, he tilled the soil well. Prune my ambition to the lowly prayer that I may drive the furrow of my tale straight through the lives and dignities I know. Why should a poet pray thus? Poets scorn the boundaried love of country, being free of winds and alien lands and distances, vagabonds of the compass, wayfarers, pilgrims of thought. The tongues of Pentecost are privileged, and in their peddlers pack the curious treasures of their stock in trade, bossy and singular. The heritage of poetry and science, polished bright, thin with the rubbing of too many hands. Myth, glamour, hazard, fables dim as age. Faith, doubt, perplexity, grief, hope, despair. Wings and great waters and Promethean fire, man's hand to clasp and Helen's mouth to kiss. Why then in little meadows hedge about a poet's pasture, shed a poet's cloak for fustian, cede a birthright, thus to map so small a corner of so great a world? The country habit has me by the heart, for he is bewitched forever who has seen not with his eyes but with his vision spring flow down the woods and stipple leaves with sun. As each man knows the life that fits him best, the shape it makes in his soul, the tune, the tone, and after ranging on a tentative flight, stoops like the merlin to the constant lure. The second passage is from Spring. When skies are gentle, breezes bland, when loam that's warm within the hand falls friable between the tines, so hollyhocks and columbines, the tufted pansy and the tall snapdragon in the broken wall, not for this summer, but for next, since foresight is the gardener's text. And though his eyes may never know how lavishly his flowers blow, others will stand, and musing say, these were the flowers he sowed that May. but for this summer's quick delight, so marigold, and so the bright frail poppy that with noonday dies, but wakens to a fresh surprise. Along the pathway stones beset sweet Alison and mignonette, that when the full midsummer's come, on scented clumps the bees may hum, golden Italians, and the wild black humblebee alike beguiled, and lovers who have never kissed may sow the cloudy love in mist, nor be the little space forgot for herbs to spice the kitchen pot. Mint, pennyroyal, bergamot, tarragon, and melilot, dill for witchcraft, prisoners' rue, coriander, cosmere, tansy, thyme, sweet Sicily, saffron, balm, and rosemary that since the Virgin threw her cloak across it, so say cottage folk, has changed its flowers from white to blue. But have a care that seeds be strewn one night beneath a waxing moon, and pick when the moon is on the wane, else shall your toil be all in vain. She walks among the loveliness she made between the apple blossom and the water. She walks among the patterned pied brocade, each flower her son and every tree her daughter. This is an island, all with flowers inlaid, a square of grassy pavement tessellated, flowers in their order blowing as she bade, and in their company by her created. The waving grasses freckle sun with shade, the wind-blown waters round the kingcup's ripple, colour on colour checkered and arrayed, shadow on light, invariable stipple. Her regiments at her command parade, foot soldier primrose in his rank comes trooping, then windflowers in a scarlet loose brigade, fritillary with dusky orchis grouping. They are the Cossacks, dim in ambuscade, scarfed in their purple like a foreign stranger, piratical and apt for stealthy raid wherever's mystery or doubtful danger. Iris salutes her with his broad green blade, and marches by with proud imperial pennant, and tulips in a flying cavalcade follow Valerian for their lieutenant. The lords and ladies dressed for masquerade in green silk domino discreetly hooded, hurry towards the nut tree's colonnade, philandering where privacies well wooded. They are the civilians of this bold crusade, the courtiers of this camp by blossom tented, with woodbine clambering the balustrade, and all by briar roses battlemented. There in the sunlit grasses, green as jade, she walks. She sees her squadrons at attention, and laughing at her flowery escapade, stretches her hands towards her dear invention.